Welcome to Dr. Fred Markets. This is not financial advice. Every day, billions of dollars move across markets that most people don't even know exist. Crypto, stocks, AI, the signals are there if you know where to look. And that's exactly what we do here. Let's dive in.
You're not broke because of lattes. Your EV payment is silently nuking your future. Verdict: buying a new electric vehicle on a 72-month loan is the cleanest way to stay financially filthy for life. Bitcoin, 76K, S&P red. Headlines screaming about CEOs, lawsuits, and drones. None of that wrecks you like the silent wealth drain parked in your garage. Median new EV payment in the US just crossed roughly $800 a month, with average new car loans stretching near 70 months. That's about $56,000 in cash flow over 6 years for something that drops 20 to 30% in value the moment you touch the steering wheel. Signal 1. EVs are no longer cheap tech. They're leveraged lifestyle theater. In 2020, average EV transaction prices hovered around the mid-$50 range. Now, even after price cuts, people are stacking options, bigger batteries, extended warranties, and rolling dealer junk into the loan. Result: households earning 70 to 90K are locking 12 to 18% of gross income into a wasting asset before insurance, charging, and repairs. That's not a car, that's a personal index fund of bad decisions. Signal 2. The insurance and repair tax on your EV is the hidden line item that kills your compounding. EV insurance premiums trend 15 to 30% higher than similar gas cars, especially for newer models with cameras, sensors, and fancy panels that body shops hate touching. Battery replacement? Low 5 figures. Minor fender bender that hits a sensor array? Totaled. And while everyone posts screenshots of my charging is cheaper than gas, they quietly ignore the fact their cheap-to-run car demands top-tier coverage because the replacement cost is insane. Your monthly EV ecosystem spend is stealth rent on a lifestyle you don't own. Signal 3. The status payoff is collapsing just as the financial cost spikes. In 2019, driving an EV meant you were early. Now Uber drivers, rental fleets, and corporate programs are stuffed with them. That prestige premium you paid? Vaporized. Meanwhile, used EV prices have whiplashed. Some models saw 20 to 40% price drops in under 2 years as tech aged fast and new subsidies hit. You locked in 6 years of payments on a gadget that ages like a smartphone, not a Corolla. And the people who waited are buying that same status for half your price tag. Here's the cliffhanger. The same dollar amount that traps you in EV debt also buys you something 10 times more powerful than smart car ownership, and almost nobody makes that swap. Here's the connection. Buying a new EV on a long loan is not a climate decision, not a tech decision, not even a transport decision. It is a leveraged lifestyle bet that your ego will outperform compound returns, and that bet loses every time. One surprising fact: if you divert just half of a typical EV payment into boring, automated investing, you end up owning more capital than the equity value of that car ever reaches.
Let's pause for a second. Ask yourself this. Do you really understand what's happening in the markets right now? Do you know how this affects your money, your savings, your future? Most people don't, and that's exactly why you're here. Let's keep going.
Even if the car went to zero taxes, zero maintenance, magic unicorn resale. Example: take 400 month, 10 years, grow it at a conservative 7% annual return. That's roughly $69,000. Meanwhile, your $800 EV payment for 6 years buys you a car worth maybe 20 to 25K at the end, while $0 flows into assets that throw off dividends, interest, or rents. Mechanism: cars decay, lifestyles inflate, assets compound. When you upgrade vehicles faster than you upgrade your balance sheet, you trap yourself in high-tech poverty. You're surrounded by gadgets, but the only compounding is on the lender's side. Every new EV upgrade resets the clock. Fresh 72-month loan, higher insurance, more depreciation. You feel modern, but you're basically financing the dealer's retirement plan. Here's the brutal truth. The EV is not the villain, your sequencing is. You buy the EV as if you're already rich, instead of using your EV difference to actually get rich. You front-load lifestyle, back-load investing, and then act surprised when the math refuses to bend. So here's exactly one action that changes the entire game. Run the EV swap test on your financial life. Before you sign one more car contract, answer this with numbers, not vibes. 1. What is your total monthly car ecosystem cost right now? Payment, insurance, energy, parking, tolls, maintenance. If it's over 10% of your take-home pay, you are feeding lifestyle more than freedom. 2. What happens if you drive something cheaper for 5 more years and shove the exact difference into automated investing every month? Not hypothetical. Open a calculator, plug 400 to 600 month, 7 to 8% annual return, 10 years. That number is your future you buying power, the house deposit, the work is optional fund, the my boss can't talk to me like that money. 3. What is the minimum car that solves your real problem, getting from A to B safely, so the majority of your cash solves your future problem, escaping wage slavery? Conclusion: your financial lifestyle is not ruined by coffee, Netflix, or the Fed. It is ruined by pretending a brand new electric vehicle is a personality trait instead of a leveraged toy with interest stapled to it. 3-point summary. 1. New EV loans are stealth wealth killers, huge payments on an asset that bleeds value and demands high insurance. 2. The status and green payoff is collapsing just as costs stay high, turning your driveway impounding graveyard. 3. Diverting even half an EV-level payment into investments for a decade builds more real power than any badge on a battery. This is not financial advice, but here is the truth. Drive like you're poor for a decade, invest like you're rich the whole time, and you never have to cosplay wealth with a car again. Subscribe, come back tomorrow, and we'll tear apart another sacred cow on your balance sheet. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and check the links in the first comment below.
That's it for today on Dr. Fred Markets. I hope this gave you clarity and a new perspective. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. If you found this useful, subscribe. It's free and it helps the channel grow. Find me on the blog at drfredmarkets.com and join the newsletter via the link in bio. I'm Dr. Fred Markets. See you in the next one.